I mean, since everybody got so much to say, I'm gonna put my 2 cents in too. You know what I mean? Since I'm a black man, everybody talking about black people all the time. So, I'm gonna put chime my 2 cents in. I want to talk to the revolutionaries, all the revolutionaries out there. I see why the brother Makai Johnson did what he did back in 2017. You know what I'm saying? In Texas and stuff. If you don't know, look it up. Makai X Johnson, he killed about 11 cops. You know what I'm saying? In Texas, he's been on a shooting spree, killing cops during a protest down there and stuff. But no, I see why he did that. Because not just because he's frustrated of what's going on with his people, with our people. You know what I mean? It's because of frustration amongst us. I see that in my daily workings of trying to build and organize amongst my own people. Like, it's always some type of debate. Everybody's smart. Everybody want to be smart. Everybody with this wit. It's like we keep challenge each other with this wit. I mean, how we gonna do this? And it's becoming like a resume. I don't know how to explain it. It's becoming more of a career. It's becoming more of like a show, and everybody's doing or saying what they're saying for fame or for likes. It's when it's past that. It's way beyond it. It's survival of a race. We're talking about genocide. You know what I'm saying? Here, you know, and we're not even going to get into, slavery and all that. I think we done reiterated that so many times. Like that narrative is getting played out. It really is. You know what I'm saying? Because the solutions is here. Number one, and as I'm talking to the reparations people now. You know what I'm saying? Number one, it takes a lot of time to sit there and litigate in courts. It's going to take years, several years, and it took decades upon decades upon decades of people filing for reparations, and we get nothing, nowhere. You know why? Number one, you know what I mean. During that all these years done passed, and I'm telling you this because Miller versus Obama. Look it up. That's my court case I filed when Obama was in office for reparations. Miller versus Obama. It's in the district, the second district court in New York. Okay, it was filed in New York. All right, so look that up. Now, the opinion basically states that everybody that's in the administration now, the president and whoever's in the administration, when back then, is not responsible for slavery. It wasn't. And basically, in a nutshell, without even going through the legal terms, basically in a nutshell, we free to go, we free to do what we want to do. There's no legal merit here. That's what they was basically telling me. So, what's the solution to that? Number one, the DNA test. First, we forget, that all the tribes that have been taken off the continent, whether sold by us or taken, however, we got over here. More or less, we got over here by no will of our own, by no means of our own, right? So we over here. You have all these tribes, centuries after centuries. We can name all the tactics and the techniques they used all this time up until 2021, right? And these tribes are still here. We are descendants. Like I'm a descendant of Mende tribe, Singbe Pai. One of the direct descendants of that, a descendant of the Mali Empire. You know what I'm saying? Of that man. If you don't know about Singbe Pai, look up Amistad. Now, I'm saying all that to say we have the Mende tribe here. We have the Timne, Fulani, Gola, Ashanti, you name it, or scattered all across America. Not just South Carolina with the Gullah Geechees, and that's my point too. We always arguing, like you have to use what you have. Like my DNA is my identity. I can't tell you you're Mende just because I found out I'm Mende. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that due diligence on your own. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that due diligence on your own and 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 then come together collectively. See, individually we have to do the knowledge of ourselves and then come together collectively. That's a unit. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes a unit. The little individual pieces, stuff that makes up the unit, that makes up the unit. It's the individual identities. I mean, that's when we talk about unity. The word of unity is a unit. What makes up that unit? The ethnicities, the tribes. We keep straying away from that as if it's some bad thing because of what these people been telling us all these years. So now we come into this new awakening. These conscious people, you have to elevate your consciousness. You can't just read a book and say, that's it. That's the general thing, the knowledge of self. That's not general knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying? That's just a part of history. It makes a part, you have to find yours, trace your roots. Who's your father's father? Who's your mother's mother? Who's your mother's father's father? Etc. etc. You have to do that and then come back. Once you find that, root, you know what I'm saying, that puts us all together, like, as far as tribes, that's when we come together. You know? And then second step is once you do that, you get some land. You get your people together, a Mende tribe, like we doing that now. Reuniting Mende descendants. I mean, we on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? So if you happen to have got your roots tracing and, you want to go back home and get that real experience of what you've been missing, holla at your boy, man. We doing that. But nonetheless, you get yourself some land. And you have your people, you occupy that land. Now that's what it's known as a colony. You settled there. Now let's get legal. Now we go to the legal terms of it. Now we could say, hey, due to these circumstances here, you file an affidavit for sovereignty. Now, we have the right to govern ourselves. This is international law. It's international law. You know what I'm saying? We have to come under that because by law, technically, we're considered stateless people. You know what I'm saying? We've been brought over here unjustly. We didn't sign. Our ancestors did not sign up for citizenship. They didn't take a test for citizenship, and we didn't go through that procedure. So our whole citizenship is fraud. That's another legal issue. Our whole citizenship is in question. You know what I'm saying? What makes us immigrants. So when we're going into the course, we have to look at immigration, Social Security. This is part of reparations. Pay attention. All the money that we've been paying in. There's a form you fill out. SS1 something. And some people know what I'm talking about too. It costs $125 to get the breakdown or the audit of all the taxes you paid into Social Security from this first day you filled out a W-4 form, filed a W-2. You know what I'm saying? You get all that back. Mine's is in the 100,000s right now. I did that. That was a few years ago. So imagine up to today. And that's going back from when I was 16 working. When I was working at 16. You know what I'm saying? So all those years, it adds up. You could actually get that. That's my reparations. I want all that back. All the taxes I paid in. IRS. That's another defendant on this litigation if you want to take it there. You know what I'm saying? But the first and foremost, the main thing is getting your identity and securing some land for yourself. And then the third and most important thing is securing it. Period. Securing the land. Securing that land. We know what angles they're coming at because we've been here. We've been living this. I've been living this for 40 years. Other people have been living it for 60 years, 70 years, so forth and so on. We protect that land. We know what angles they're coming in from the educational part. We know they're going to try to infiltrate and send some agents in there. We know this, so we have to protect it from all angles. You know what I'm saying? You should secure it, lock it down. And then from there, once you do that, you start trading amongst your own people. You know what I mean? Open up the ports. Amongst your own people, you have your own culture, so you have your own laws, your own traditions. That's it. We ain't got to run around shooting everybody. We ain't got to run around, kill all the white people. We don't have to do all that. Just simply do you. Simply doing us. We've seen what happened with Wall Street. Black Wall, just all us doing us. That's it. It's like with any other relationship. If you in a messed up relationship, whether male or female, once you leave that relationship and start doing you, what happens? We all know that story. You know what I'm saying? That ex that was doing you wrong, whatever, they want to come back. Oh, he's shining. They all on you now. Now you hot, they all on you. You know what I'm saying? How Mike Jones said? Now they hot, they all on me. You know what I mean? And that's all we have to do is just express our culture. We done created all these subcultures, trying to heal or hide from our past, man. You know what I'm saying? Or not want to be a part of that due to the miseducation about, our culture and stuff like that. So those things we have to reheal. See, our revolution is not that complicated. We just make it complicated because nowadays it's become the new rap, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Being conscious and all this revolutionary talk is the new celebrity. That's what the revolutionary has become the new celebrity. And it's sad, man. It's really sad because we at war, fam. We ain't got no time to be playing games with these people, man. We ain't got no time to be, trying to pray and stuff. I mean, the answers is there. God gave you all the answers, man. Right in front of us, man. It's right in front of us, man. And that's another thing why we failing as a people. And y'all can say what y'all want, but Kanye West said it best. You know what I'm saying? Slavery is a choice right about now, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a choice. I mean, if y'all sit up here knowing everything that we need to be doing, and all we doing is debating amongst each other, what are we scared of? You know what I'm saying? Because we thinking that we need to go out here and just start shooting up people in order to get heard. No, simply do us. We have the manpower. We have the intelligence. I mean, we got to get out of this inferiority complex, thinking that we can't do what they do, or we can't govern ourselves. Pretty much is what I'm looking for. The term I'm looking for. We can't govern ourselves. We think we can't govern ourselves, and until we get out of that mentality, we're gonna continue to be in this position. You're going to continue to keep reacting to the mistreatment. We're going to continue to keep reacting. When we're going to have some action instead of reaction. You know what I'm saying? These dudes are broadening up acres. That's why I always go back to the mindset. These bros that got money, they buying up acres of land, but what are they doing with it? They buying up houses and all this stuff. What are they doing with it for the people? You know what I'm saying? We complain about gentrification. How many of these hood people that you celebrate all the time, buying up these dollar properties, buying up these abandoned buildings and doing something with it before these people come in and fix it up. Of course, if I was a developer and I fix some stuff up real nice and put my hard-earned money, yeah, I'm gonna up the rent. Yeah, because it's cost quality. It's called quality. You know what I'm saying? It's not because of the people that's there. It's just that, it's my shit. It's new. You know what I mean? And plus, I want to get the thing off of it. But if we're not doing it in our own communities and somebody else come in, how are we going to sit up here and complain? Why we keep complaining? You know what I'm saying? Little old me ain't rich. You know what I'm saying? If I went $11 million tomorrow, I wouldn't be on here talking shit, trying to convince people, hey, look, let's get together. You know what I mean? Let's organize. Because I'll be out there. Y'all be seeing me buying up stuff. I'll be doing everything, implementing everything that I know that needs to take place for us to move forward out of people. That's what I'll be doing. I can't speak for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? The people that's coming up with all of these curriculums, you got to pay this and that for basic information on survival. Like, you know what I'm saying? How you going to hold a seminar on things, stuff that we need as a people to survive? All that stuff should be handed to me, baby. I don't need no money for that. You know what I'm saying? That's our problem. The root of all evil is this money. We keep worshiping in that. You know what I'm saying? We can't grow our own foods. You know what I mean? We can't barter amongst each other. Let's trade knowledge. How about that? Let's start that off as an economic system. Let's trade knowledge and see how much people know without money. You know what I mean? You really think you need money here, then please don't talk that revolutionary stuff with me, man. If you really think you need money, this is society. You may need it in order to, because that's other people's mindset. You know what I mean? It's the mindset. In order to break the cycle, you know what I'm saying, the mindset has to promote the mindset, how they say, be the change, the mindset and the change that you want to see. You have to promote that. You know what I'm saying? Start doing that. It's actions. It's a lifestyle. This revolutionary stuff we keep talking about is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle because one thing we do forget is these babies. They got to be here when we all leaving here, man. When we gone, and it's selfish for them to have to go through the same stuff we go through just so you could say, oh, yeah, they need to feel that. No, they don't need to feel that. They don't need to feel, inferior. They don't need to feel, like they not worth being here. They don't need to feel all the stuff about the stereotypes. They don't need to feel ashamed about that of being black. So this is what society is going to do to them. You know what I'm saying? And why us knowing us as adults, we know this happened, and why do we want to put our kids through this and then get mad because they resent us? You don't think they know that? Do you don't think they see what's going on around us too? And they're looking for us. They're crying to those adults that been through some stuff for some help. Like, yo, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Help us through this. Give us some wisdom. You know what I mean? Let us rock. We got the energy. You know what I mean? So our old head, we got to get out of our emotions as well. You know what I'm saying? And start teaching these young bucks. Like really giving it to them. You know what I'm saying? We keep claiming that we're spiritual people as black people, then put God back into the picture. When I'm talking about, and I'm not talking about Christianity, I'm not talking about Islam, I'm not talking about no religion. I'm just talking about the creator of the world, of the universe, period, whenever you get through. Something or somebody made this. I don't care what you say. I don't give a fuck what you say. If you ever studied yourself, if you really have a knowledge of yourself, you know. You ain't not responsible for every living creature and being on this planet. So stop fronting like you gods. You're not. You're not. That's what you have to humble yourself down now. Humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? Humble yourself, people. You're not God. Never will be. And I'm talking about all humans on the planet. There's only one creator of all of this system. Because nobody stopped the sun from doing what it's doing. Nobody can't stop the moon from doing what it's doing. Nobody can't stop the 4 seasons from coming when they need to come. Period. Point blank, period. That's something that we have nothing control over. That's the power and source we need to go back to. That created the ground so we could plant seeds and pour water and create our own foods and herbs. That system was created by something bigger than all of us. I don't care what color you is. And until we pay homage and respect that, we'll always be fighting. There's always going to be a war. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need no another man to govern me if I know that if I love my neighbor like I love myself, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have to worry about hate. You know what I'm saying? If I get into the loving of myself, that's where it starts. Loving God's creatures, loving the creations. You wouldn't be trying to send stuff out the planet. What you doing out off the planet if everything you need here for human survival is here on the planet? Everything. What you doing on Mars? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You creating things that's not for human consumption. You adding it to food to create profit. That's not loving your neighbor like you love yourself. This is where the worshiping of that money come in. And I'm not standing up here preaching, but I want y'all to take away from this, black people, is that we have to stop debating and start organizing. We have to agree that one thing, that these babies cannot grow up the way we grew up. They walking, it should be safe for them to walk down the street to buy a bag of Skittles with a hoodie on, if they so sure pleased to. There should be no problem with that. There should be nobody stopping them and asking them all types of questions if they minding their business. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to have a barbecue with your family and friends, minding your own business without somebody coming and threatening to call the police on you, who could come there, misinterpret everything, and then just shoot you. They shouldn't have to go through that. So what are we doing? Besides back and forth bickering about who's religion, who cares about what you believe in? My concern, you better believe in God. It has to be, some type of moral sense in that when I say that. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe if you don't believe in a creator, you're not going to respect their creation. If that makes sense to anybody. If you don't believe in a creator or something created all of us, you're not going to respect his creation. So with all that, we really have to think moving forward, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I mean, like I said, if I promise you if I had the money right now, I wouldn't be on here talking. I'm trying to plead to y'all. What's good? I've been reaching out to people and all that. I don't want to call names. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know who I am. I've been reaching out to you on Facebook for years. You know what I mean? Y'all been with the celebrity stuff, getting your likes and all of that. And I'm like, hey, look, I got this. Let me come up under you. You know what I mean? And put my 2 cents in and we could work together. I get ignored and all that. You know what I mean? So that's why I go back to what I said in the beginning about old boy. I see why he done that. But we have to stop this, man. We have to, man. But, in closing, if y'all really ready to ride out, I'm not talking about putting up guns and all this crap. I'm talking about really organized, really do some real shaking and job shaking and moving around here. You know what I mean? Holla at me, man. DM me, man. You know what I'm saying? I got some things brewing. You know what I mean? And I think, we could collab. You know what I'm saying? Because this is very serious, man. This is very, very, very serious. One.